Good morning, beloveds. I have lots of thoughts jumbling around in my head, so we'll see what comes out. First off, I love that live stream has become synonymous with one of my cats, so snuggle time with mom. So, yeah, I can say the word live stream and he'll follow me across the house. It's great. Two, our Florida people are starting to check in, and that's wonderful. And when I say that, I forget how many people I know in Florida because of being in school. Because I saw another post this morning from one of the people that I graduated with. And she showed pictures of the trees around her house. And I had forgotten. I forget and I remember what it's like to have pine trees. Pine trees have very wide and very shallow roots. They don't tend to, like oaks will dig deep into the earth, and pine trees don't, and strong winds will take them out in a heartbeat. But she was, checking in that she was safe. And the other thing she was doing is, and this is what, this is what CSL does, is, she was saying, hey, we're safe. I'm safe. We're safe. Please check this Facebook page if you need help and you're in the Florida. And so that's exactly what. Well, I'm sorry, my allergies. The ragweed is high. That's the other thing. So if you hear that, that's simply the ragweed. But because I remember when CSL came together and raised a whole bunch of money for Hurricane Harvey. So keep your eyes open. There will be multiple ways to help our people in Florida. So yeah, watch for that. Watch for that. Okay. I think that's what I was going to say. My eyes are just really messy this morning, and I think that's because of my allergies. The ragweed. I was watching the weather last night, and that's what he said. He said the ragweed is high, and I went, ooh, yay, because that's my allergy. So I'm just not even gonna try this morning. We're just gonna use the glasses, and hope that it's enough. So, okay, so it is September 30th. September is gone. This is it. It's also my father's birthday. So, which is interesting because he turned 69 today. And I can guarantee you that this is not the problem birthday for him. The problem birthday will be mine, because I turned 50 this year. And he will have a 50-year-old child. So, and then I get to give him all kinds of grief about turning 70 next year. So, all right. Our title is Alive Each Moment. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. And the second quote is, a day in which we live is sufficient, and that is Science of Mind, page 432. In her remarkable novel, A Reckoning, author May Sarton's main character is dying and realizes she must take stock of her life to concentrate on the real correct connections. As Sarton has said, we need to live every day as if we were dying. We've got to think about priorities. It's true that we, as spiritual beings, are called to live more fully every day. We need to take every minute as it comes and be glad in it. The old adage about not putting things off until tomorrow needs to be taken to heart. No doubt, our lives would look different if we lived every day as if it were our last. Our priorities would likely be rearranged considerably. We would probably heal the broken relationships, offer the encouraging word, and reach out to help wherever we could. We would probably be more loving and more appreciative of the good in our lives. All we have is the present moment, the eternal now, as Ernest Holmes and many other spiritual teachers say. May we live every moment fully aware of our divine source, giving thanks for the blessings and the gifts of life. I know that as a child of God, I have been given the gift of life. Every day I celebrate the wonders of being alive on earth. I remember that my life in God will never end, and I am thankful. And that is Jean Anderson. Kind of a heavy topic. It's appropriate for the end of the month. And when you consider that we're headed into fall, or depending on where you are, you may be fully into fall. Today was the first day it dipped below 60 here, so for our lows. Yeah, so this is where we start to think, we're headed into winter. Winter is a rest period. It's still, you're still planning for the spring, but the natural cycle is to go into rest. You watch the trees drop the leaves. It's like, okay, I no longer need this. This no longer serves me. It's time to let go. That's a lot of what the message about fall is. It's time to let go. And preparing for one, to rest, and two. But it's also a reminder, how much time have we got left? No one knows why we come into this material existence. And we may never know. But we do come into this material experience to experience, to live and to learn, and if we can do it joyfully, then that's great. It's wonderful. It's everything that we want it to be. And it doesn't mean we won't have sad times. It doesn't mean, and because our material existence in the grand scheme of time is short, that there will be sweet, sorrowful partings. And we want to make the most of them while we have them. And I think that's what Jean Anderson was after. It's like, if we lived each day as if it were our last, what different choices would we make? Would we bite back the hurtful words? When you think, is that the last conversation I'm going to have with this person? Is how you left things the way you want to leave things? And it does. It changes your priority. It changes your thought. Yesterday we were talking about forgiveness work. And that there may be a little bit more to it. It's like, what didn't you say? Because you never know when it's going to be the last conversation. Oh, I'm going to have to take something for my allergies. Woo! Yeah. And there. And seen, now I'm thinking about it. I think it's one of those things. It's one of those things that we want to take into our meditative practice. It's like, meditate on that, and rearrange your priorities. Are you living your life the way you want to? If not, why not? What do you need to change? If today was your last day, what would you do differently? Who would you speak to? And why would you want to talk to that person on the last day? And why aren't you talking to them now? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Clearly, listen, this one is not, this one is one of those where you want to take that and think about it. How much commentary can you really do about it? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. Some days it's about asking the question and seeing what comes up. So you have a very clear mission today. You have a very clear mission today. Your mission today is to look at your priorities and think, if this were my last day. There's a rule. It's called the rule of 5. If it won't matter, will it matter in 5 minutes? Will it matter in 5 days? Will it matter in 5 years? And that's how you can judge the seriousness of a situation. And wow, Sometimes it does put into perspective some of the things that we hold on to and some of the things we let go of. So let me go grab that line for the mission, because it was. I'm not crazy about the quote, we need to live every day as if we're dying. We got to think about the priorities. Okay, we got to think about the priorities. What I like to say about that is we need to live each day as if it could be our last. Because we know that dying is it's just the shedding of a form. It's the shedding of a form and moving into existence. Ernest Holmes believes in the eternality of the soul. You will last forever. Just not in this form. So, what do you still need to do in this form? And get on that. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to be present in the moment. To be present in the moment. The title of the thing is Alive Each Moment. We spend a lot of time on hold. We spend a lot of time waiting. And I would tell you that the quote, not the quote, the definition of patience. And this was something I had to come to, because I joke, patience is a virtue. It's not one of mine. But really what patience is what you do while you're waiting on something else to happen. So look at your priorities. Take a chance, or take a moment, more than a moment, and think, am I doing what it is that I am called to do in this material world? And if not, why not? None of us knows how much time we have. And there are things that we want to do. So why aren't we doing them? Why aren't we doing them? All right. So you've got your mission. Be in the eternal now. Be in the present moment. Stop waiting for tomorrow. What is it that you can do today that takes you in the direction of your dreams? The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, which for me will be, as soon as I get off this broadcast, to go take something for my nose. I'm walking a fine line of, which I think why my eyes are messy today, is it's allergy season. So I need to take something to help keep everything not stopped up, but not dry me out too much. Yay! I'll figure it out though. So that is going to be my loving, kind, compassionate thing. I'm going to drink plenty of water and take something to reduce this nose congestion. The ragweed is high. If I was Emma and hardball metaphysics, then I would simply treat to know that the ragweed no longer bothered me. I'm not there yet. Apparently this serves some kind of purpose in my life, and we're just going to go with that. So, loving, kind, compassionate. Practice on yourself. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. Also, when you practice makes permanent. You are the best subject to practice loving, kind, compassion on, because it creates a bank. I'm all about creating that habit. I'm all about creating that default setting. I'm all about creating that first response, but I'm also about creating that bank so that when you're tired and things happen, you have something to draw on. If you are consciously connected to the source of your own being, you have a bank to draw from anyway. And she says, if we were more conscious of the eternal now, we would probably be more loving. Well, this is one way we can do that. All right. We are going to meet people who are going to need a little extra. There are going to be days that we are the people who need a little extra. So we practice on ourselves. It's about self-care, but it's also about joy. Yes, today we are looking at, well, what if this is my last day? Well, wouldn't you want to spend it in joy? This is one way to do it. Make sure that as you are engaging the present moment, you are engaging in the eternal now. That you are doing it in joy, that you are doing it with joy, that you are making a point to enjoy life. So take the walk, take the nap, take the deep breath, but also engage all five senses in something that really brings you joy. Be that a cup of coffee, be that an amazing meal, be that go somewhere and do something that is fantastic and amazing and wonderful. All right. So that's that mission. Please do that. You've got
surprise
both missions. I have no idea what's going on this morning with my phone. So I've got all that. And then the usuals. Please make sure that you do something to engage your mind and your body today, unless today is your day of rest. It is my day of rest today. Please drink plenty of water. I'm a big believer in that, especially if you've got a little like I do. It'll help thin it so that, it's not hanging around where it shouldn't be. Water is super important. And get that early in your day bright light. It will definitely help improve your energy during the day. You'll help sleep better at night. It's science. We're called Science of Mind for a reason. We are melding the spirituality with the science. Okay? And then the last one is the one that I got from Ernest. And it's particularly appropriate today. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It is all around you all the time. Okay? When you consciously connect to the source of your own being, you fill up with that feeling. And that consciousness allows you to create heaven on earth around you. Because you are consciously making that choice. And when you do that, other people look at you and go, what do you know that I don't know? And we give them permission to be authentically themselves. That's the benefit of this. It's like, if I'm who I am, and then you see that, and then you feel safe to be who you are, we create a world that works for everybody. So, open the windows of your soul. Consciously connect with the source of your own being. All right? And always take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. Being able to create heaven on earth is a superpower, but each and every one of us come with that superpower. All right? Just like the Christ consciousness, it's pre-installed, and the password is love. So, maybe I'll talk about that. Okay. Here's where I do the social media stuff. We are Creative Life Spiritual, Creative Life Smart. I am the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So feel free to check all that out. And if you want to know what's going on with the center, we've always got book studies going on. There are classes starting up, and all of that. Email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. That way you will know what's going on. And then you can click the hot link so that when you start to see how can we support our centers in Florida, there'll be hot links for that too. So no worries there. Just check that out. I don't know. The sugar came in, and I don't know if you've heard that just bare rumbling underneath. That's her purring. Let me see if I can get her to come up. Here. Yep. There. And she immediately turns away from the camera. So that's my sugar. Okay. So Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. I get to go to the park tomorrow because tomorrow is Saturday. It's Friday. Yay. Yeah. Know that you're loved. Know that you are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. All right. I always try and make sure that I say that at least once during the live stream. So, know that you're loved, and I will see you next time. Are you going to look at the camera? No looking at the camera. All right. I will see you next time.